Welcome back to another episode of the Producergrind Podcast. Got Carrington with me.
What's good, y'all?
Shout out to Sims. He couldn't be here today, but you know he'll definitely be back with us next week. But in the building today, we got a good friend of ours. It's produced for Tokyo Jets, Lil Baby, Gunna, Thug, Rilo Rodriguez, Lil Duke, Hoodrich Pablo Juan. Please welcome Mattazik.
Yo, what it do? What it ain't done yet. What's up?
He got himself his own drum roll.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't think a lot of people got them really do their own drum rolls. I know most at the end of the day, y'all probably, put that little drum roll effect, but nah.
Yeah, that's all cookie. Okay.
Yeah,
he got his own little.
Keep it original.
He got his own little effects.
They keep it original, man. Everything.
So what's good though, bro? How you doing today, man?
Busy, boy. I'd probably say 2018 will probably have to be one of the most busiest years for me so far for music, though. Because, I mean, probably like now I'm just getting the hang of, the whole Atlanta lifestyle out here and everything from Alabama. It's kind of dope.
Yeah,
But kind of confusing, too, at the same time.
Talk about that a little bit. How long you been in Atlanta?
I've been in Atlanta since 2015.
Okay.
When I first came, I came up here because I was doing beat battles at first. So I kind of was getting my name out there by doing like little beat battles and everything. And like from the beat battles, I was able to network with like few artists who was like judging at beat battles and stuff, try to get they, either get numbers or get Instagram information, do a little network. And then like from there, just kind of like connect the dots and then just kind of like how I am right now,
So what made you make the move out here? Did you feel like you had made enough connections? Did you feel like you had won enough beat battles, or what was it that made you take that leap? Oh, wait, hold up. We didn't even introduce my mans over here.
Look. Before anything. Okay. Then my partner right here, this Jay Rich out of Mississippi. He's one of the members of 48 Hertz. We're just a production group that we just started this year. We're missing one of our fellow members, which is Presley in Birmingham right now. But other than that, like he's still with us in spirit. But hey, I said he's still with us in spirit.
I was like, oh snap. And then I went ahead and
like for real, because the meaning behind Presley P, like everybody that's in the group, they kind of their own little characteristics. So when it come down to like Presley P is like that guy like into like anime and stuff like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto and stuff. So when it come down to like when I say he's gonna be us in spirit, that's kind of like, yeah, he's actually like on spirit bombs, all that stuff.
This guy,
all that Goku mess, man. I promise that's my boy though.
So what is 48? Is kilohertz or 48 hertz?
48 kilohertz.
Okay, so
a lot of people say it's 48 hertz, but it's 48 kilohertz. The meaning behind 48 kilohertz. Well, first thing first. When it come down to the mastering phase, when mixing sound down, most engineers they mixing in 48 kilohertz. When it come down to us, me, Jay Rich, and Presley, we all actually we linked up like one regular day. Like it was they was in Birmingham or Jacksonville area. They came to Atlanta when we had the Loudhouse Studio then on the east side location. And from there we was in there for like probably 48 hours, like 3 days straight, just going in on beats and stuff. And like around that time I was mixing a couple records. And when I was I had forgot that I had to put all the records in 48 kilohertz. So when I was looking at it and I was just thinking about it and I was looking at Prez like, yo, how long we been up in the studio? Shoot, for like 40 hours, 48 hertz. We're gonna call the group that just off the bat.
Now what's different in 48 is 48 hertz versus 4400?
44.1.
44.1.
It's like a CD sample rate. Yeah.
Like when you bounce it down like a CD when you getting it ready for the master, it's got to be like 48 kilohertz.
Is that a well-known thing, or is that like do people make the mistake of only doing 44? Because I don't do any mastering.
I mean, unless you want like a little rough draft.
Isn't it true? Isn't it true that like the human ear can't even detect the difference though?
Nah, not for real.
That's what I've heard.
But you know what crazy thing? I actually did like back in high school. I had a senior project, and I was doing my senior project on like deaf community. Like how music could actually affect the deaf community, and no cap, deaf people can actually hear music.
They can feel it, right?
They can feel like they can feel vibrations and everything. So like, there was this guy, there was this little concert I went to. Is the dude go by the name of Seth. He had this little concert. I think it was like in the like New Orleans area. And like a lot of deaf people came out for that concert. But when it come down to like deaf people, when they be talking, they had that little tongue. I guess they be like, they got that little lisp.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you be able to like understand everything you're talking about, but he actually like doing the sign language, actually communicating with them. So it's kind of dope.
So he was doing sign language on the stage, and did he have a translator too?
Oh no, he didn't even have no translator.
He did it all himself, performing and sign language.
Yeah, had
wow.
a DJ behind him and everything, playing all the music and everything.
That's crazy.
Crazy thing about it, like I never seen like a deaf mosh pit. That's what I was crazy about. I was like, a deaf mosh. All right, yeah, first. That's a first for all. That's a first for all.
There you go.
Deaf mosh pit.
You go get us into some
mosh
trouble,
pit.
man.
So talk to us about, your move, like, coming from Mobile to Atlanta. Like, tell us about, like, the leading up to it and, you know what I mean?
Okay.
What made it happen?
First, I got, I first it was introduced to music probably like 4th grade. I had like a little vision that I wanted to like be in a band. So like my grandmother had went to like a pawn shop, got me like a little trumpet. And I kind of like started learning how to play trumpet. I was playing trumpet in middle school, high school, and a little bit of college before I dropped out. Along the time, probably like high school, after I graduated high school, heading to college, I came across like 2 of my partners go by the name of Knuckles on the track and Bobby Kennedy, and both of them was in the little band, the little jazz band that we had in college and stuff. So from there, they were doing production, they were doing music production and everything. Like they were making beats, and Bobby Kennedy, he was a singer, but he was making beats too
on FL Studio.
They were like going back and forth. They were using the FL Studio at the time, but Bobby Kennedy. But Bobby Kennedy was like a singer. He was a songwriter.
Mm-hmm. Fix the mic so you can talk to it.
Okay. My check. That better.
Don't talk to the top.
Oh. That better. All right. So like so back to what I was saying. Bobby Kennedy was a songwriter. And from there, I kind of was being nosy and everything. So I was trying to figure out like what type of music they were doing. And they were telling me they were doing like, little audio engineering and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, then what I got to do? Well, shoot, they just told me to get a laptop. What I did, went to the pawn shop, got me a laptop with the little, the little refund money I had from school and stuff. Mm-hmm. Instead of just, going ahead and buy yourself a new trumpet and stuff. So got FL Studio, put on my laptop, started learning how to make beats. Dropped out of college, came across my cousin. He was doing studio work back in Mobile because he was an artist. And he brought me to his best friend, which was Ron G. Ron G is like one of my close best friends, but he's a mentor to me because he actually taught me the ropes before I even thought about coming out here to Atlanta. If I thought about even wanting to become an audio engineer, he just kind of
He taught you about like business, or he taught you about just life in general?
He taught me the business. He taught me the life. He taught me just
a role model.
Just the overall, overall the music, what I need to look out for. Mm-hmm. So it's just like from there, it's like, okay, got the hang of it. Soak all the information I can, like in Mobile for the past couple of years until like 2015. Before I made that transition to Atlanta, one of my partners was telling me about this beat battle. So I went on ahead and, signed up for the beat battle, just, check to see how it is out here in Atlanta. Lost. Came back to Mobile, learned from my mistakes and everything else, went back up there, did another beat battle, won from there. And then from there on out, it was just kind of like a little momentum. It just kept on going on, just kept on winning. Sometimes I probably lose, but at the end of the day, I learn off of it. So at the end of the day, I just still feel like I'm winning. Mm. So and then probably like 2000, I say it was like 2016 or 17, came across this little engineer. He's a Grammy engineer, go by the name of Jeremiah Atkins. He did a lot of work for like Lecrae and a couple other artists, Taylor Swift, like a lot of engineering work for them. And I was working at their studio out there in Scottsdale for a couple years. And
This is in Georgia?
Yeah, it was in Georgia. It was probably like Scottsdale, Georgia.
Where's that at?
It's like Decatur.
Okay.
It's
okay.
the outskirts of Decatur.
Okay.
So like, I guess like the little in between point between I guess like past Stone Mountain a little bit. I guess.
So you was just engineering out there?
Yeah, I was just kind of like engineering, but at the time I was living in Snellville.
So were you engineering as a job at this point, or was it intern stuff? Like,
it actually skipped. I actually skipped the intern stuff and went straight into just head first to go ahead and start engineering.
yeah,
Why was that? Is because you already established a relationship with someone, or were your skills already there?
I feel like when it came come down to I felt like it was more show me what you could do. So it's like it was one day he had a session and he probably like went out of town or somewhere and somebody had to be there to take the session.
And so he just asked you.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
how did you have those skills? How did you know how to engineer? Like, had you been doing it before, like a couple years before?
Ron G.
Okay.
Like I said, he was actually being my little mentor. He was actually being my personal mentor at the time.
Okay.
Like when everybody was going to schools and everything, like going to SAE and everything. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going to SAE, going to, like Full Sail, be able to get your education. There's nothing wrong with that. But when it came down to me, I was the type of person that, like, I was looking forward to like learning more stuff to become an engineer and producer. So like I was waking up at times like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, call around G, see where he at. Y'all want to push up on you at the studio. I mean, it doesn't matter. And then like I push up, started learning, he put me on a couple sessions to do, still made money at the end of the day, or just make beats or just want to sell a beat to somebody. But he was able to teach me all the ropes before I actually came out here and started doing everything from my own.
So when you came out here, was that your way of making money? Was engineering at studios, or did you pick up a normal job, or how'd that process look?
At first, it was a normal job, but
engineering
was a normal job. When it came out to producing, at this time I wasn't actually out there as a producer. They just know me as a
engineer.
An engineer and a beat battler. A lot of, because at this time, it was certain competitions, like you got certain producers that probably like call you out of nowhere on some crazy shit.
You'd be like, yo, we got beef. Run me your best beat.
Shoot, it'll be on some friendly beat. It'll be on on some friendly competition shit. But at the end of the day, we'll beef it up at the end, beef it up, try to like, stir the pot up a little bit, probably throw some hot sauce up in there, make these people know, oh yeah, this is a battle right here. Y'all need to look forward to see. Like, they gonna be thinking that, yo, it's Mayweather versus
McGregor.
Yeah, I promise. It be them type of beat battles, and then so we be trying to boost them up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I was out there in Scottsdale engineering, and what happened? The studio got broken into, and with all everything in the studio, and this I remember it like it was like a couple years ago, but we lost everything, and I had to go ahead and work a 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Started working at the Underground. Been there. I was working there for like 3 years. Worked from 2015 all the way up to 2000. Well, I'll probably say like 2.5. My bad, like 2.5. So like 2015 to 2017, like that. But around the time I was working down there, that's when I was appointed to Rara, which Rara was at this time he just got signed to T.I.'s label, Grand Hustle, and he kind of told me about the artist Tokyo Jets that that they were starting to work with, and that's kind of like how it came about that me and Tokyo kind of started working together.
All right, so cool. So you were working at the Underground.
Mm-hmm.
You ran into this artist.
Mm-hmm.
Then what?
And then
you move on to Loudhouse, or did you?
I went on ahead and I started working. I started working for Rara for a little bit, like
being like a personal engineer.
Like being a personal engineer. Working with Rara, I mean, I said led to working with Tokyo, which led to like me and her had like a little constant relationship and everything. So we just started working. And then at that time, while I was still working at the Underground, that's when I came across Lil Baby for the first time. At this time, nobody not know who Lil Baby was. This around the time he had options in rotation, and he was down there. I remember walking outside, and I was just like, "Yo, you Lil Baby?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Man, I wanted to do some work with you whenever, try to get some beats in and everything, or, trying to get some engineering stuff together." So, just to make it short clip, I went on ahead, took a picture, and, I tried to put up on Instagram. So, try to see, try to get him, follow the kid back or anything. I don't try to at least try to beg him to go ahead and follow the kid back. But, I just know everything was a time thing. So, at this time, this probably my last year working at the job, and my boss went on ahead and gave me a raise, and I started running the store as in being assistant manager. At this time, Tokyo just now got signed to Grand Hustle, and a lot of stuff I was doing, I was working with Tokyo on. It started the work starting to get it out there and everything else. So, had to quit my job. Started working at Loudhouse, and then I came across my two best friends now, which is Turbo and D.Sims, which both of them kind of taught me little ways around with Atlanta artists and everything, and kind of taught me a little stuff with with their studio, brought me in with open arms, and from there it was just kind of it was the Loudhouse family from there on out.
This is at the first Loudhouse, right?
Yeah, that was when it was over on the east side. Yeah,
the one that's all deep off in the
one that was deep. Yeah,
bro. I remember I went there the first time. I thought I was in a zombie movie or a
she was like a haunted
haunted house,
haunted abandoned hospital or some shit.
When they went through we be telling people yo, you gotta go through the back. You gotta go through the back.
You gotta cut through here. He's like, hey y'all, you sure this the right one?
Yeah, this the right one. And I say, we come out there, but the crazy thing about it, cause we try to talk to the people in the hallway when we got to go out the door. While you going out the door, the signal cut off on your phone and everything else. So we try to do everything we can, try to work the situation out.
You're bro, I'm around the corner. Yo.
Lights start shutting off.
Really, a whole lot of man, you get to the point, man. Then next thing happened, another rental car just come and pop up. Then you gonna be thinking that they trying to rob you, but they there just for the session because they in the B room.
Looking back at it, the 2.5 years that you did put into a regular job, you think if you could go back, do you think you would have went to a job? You think you might have tried to stick it out a little bit longer, try to figure out a way to?
To be honest, when it came down to if I did chose to go back to my job, I probably would have, but I wouldn't be there long for how
as long as you did.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but then on top of that too, the way that the job was down there, I kind of had how sometimes they sometimes give you more power than what you think you have.
You had it good there.
Yeah,
it is the underground. The underground.
It's the underground. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it was kind of it was like a little leisure way.
Right. And that's cool and all, but I'm asking did that slow your progress down? Those 2.5 years? Maybe if you would have cut it a year short, do you think that
it was certain times I felt like I was weighed down. I felt like it was certain times when I had sessions the same time that I was working, and when I be trying to get off and everything, my boss did not pay no attention to what I had going on at the time. So at the end of the day, he was just telling me, yo, you have to stay in, you have to stay here, you have to stay in. And then crazy was when he actually heard two of the records that I had put out, it was one with this girl named one with Tokyo, then the other one with this girl with my friend from Mobile. She go by the name of Bianca Clark. She had I'm With It in rotation on Pandora, and we normally be playing the Pandora playing the Pandora rotation in the store. So when he actually heard my song, he heard my tag. He was like, "Is that you?" He was like, "Yeah, that's me." It was like, "Word?" I was like, "Yeah." Next day from there on out, it was kind of a whole different
respect.
Yeah. He asked me if I was going to the studio today and everything.
Hey, what you doing out there? You trying to record me?
But this thing though, he ain't, but he was Asian.
Hey, that don't mean nothing.
I ain't had nothing against that, but at the end of the day, it was just, you know, I mean, it was just, you know, respect. Because at the end of the day, I never would think, you know, he would actually be listening to people like Tokyo Jets or someone like that. But at the end of the day, I was able to gain. I mean,
shoot, if you're working at the underground though, you're a little bit at least in touch with the culture.
But the reason why he kind of did it because he had a little flashback moment because he was telling me about the time when he was working at the when Trinidad James was working down there at the underground, and he was working at the City Gear store.
Damn, I never knew that.
The crazy thing about it, he was there when All Gold Everything dropped, and this nigga literally just quit his job after that.
Was he the manager? Was the agent dude the manager?
I think he was one. No, the agent dude, he was the manager of a clothing store. When it came down to City Gear was like,
oh, I know,
right above the store. So at the end of the day, like anybody who that was trying to get clothes from us, we tell them like when it came down to shoes, you go to City Gear or go to Foot Locker. So it's just like either or thing.
So Trinidad wasn't really having when that song came out.
Oh no, I mean it wasn't heavy. Like it wasn't known until like once the song actually just hit rotation. That's when like everything kind of changed for him. Manager stopped seeing him around. And at the end of the day, he thought that he was able to hear him, but really overall it was the radio.
Yeah, so. But I'm just saying, like when that song came out, you would have thought Trinidad was rich as hell.
Oh, shit! I know I was. I was one of them. Shoot, right. I was doing everything that a producer was gonna do. Shoot, find out what his email was send and try to send beats as possible.
That's crazy.
I promise. When it came down to that for me, that was kind of like big heavy on me because I was doing my best trying to like follow up on like when it come down like when you meet with artists out in public and everything. Because I was the type to be out in public. Just, you know, it doesn't matter if I wasn't shopping. I was just walking around just to see, you know, who I was out and about. And then I probably, like you say, you never know who you're gonna come across. So whatever artist I try to come across, I try to do my best to at least try to get the emails right then and there on the spot before anything else happens.
So I got a question. What advice, like after this whole journey you went through, what advice would you give producers that are looking to do something or kind of follow in your footsteps? Like make the move, come to Atlanta, be a producer, engineer.
Shoot, go with your faith, man. I'm telling you, because that's all you're gonna have. Like that's all you're gonna have: your balls, your word, and faith. I promise. Like, cause when it came down to Jay Rich or and Presley, they was gonna move to Atlanta, but it was gonna take them like probably like another 2 or 3 years until we had like a accident happened during spring break. They had like a little tornado storm came through the campus. So it was like from there on out, like I didn't want to leave them out there and goddamn and in Alabama and they want to do they got the same dream like I got. I mean, we all working and everything. Like he got placements, I got placements, Presley got placements. Shit, we all just need to just stay working together. So I had to tell them come to Atlanta, and we just from there on out, it just been a blessing. We just been gaining placements here and there and stuff, and they're really just looking forward to see what's next year gonna bring for us.
For a producer that thinks they're going to be able to move to Atlanta and get a job as an engineer pretty easily, what are your thoughts on that?
No, it's never going to be easy. It's never going to be, because at the end of the day, it's like you're going to have competition. I'm one of your competition.
People that's already
I'm going to let you know off the rip. I'm one of your competition. Jay Rich, he's going to be. I mean, it's going to be like, it's a lot of people like every day. It's a lot of people that move out here to Atlanta just on the simple fact of music. I mean, there's nothing wrong with just moving out here to Atlanta. I just feel like when we come down to Atlanta, people think it's easy exposed. No.
Yeah.
Nothing's too easy. I mean, nothing's gonna be easy at the end of the day. You're gonna have to work for your shit.
You're not just gonna be able to walk in sessions.
Yeah, like when it came down to certain situations and certain sessions I wanted to get in, I couldn't actually get up in them for real at first. I had to literally know somebody that was in that session so I could actually be like, yo, would I be able to pop or would I be able to pop up at that?
Gotcha.
What was you doing? Just being a fly on the wall the first couple of sessions, and then like you weren't. Were you being vocal when you first got in the session? We'd be like, "Yo, what's good? My name is X, Y, and Z.
No,
that's what I do."
I was actually the type, I'll be a fly on the wall at first. But then when it come down to the next session, I'm gonna let you know, what I'm working with, what I do, and everything else, and then just let the relationship build from there.
Now we get a lot of producers that come on here and be like, if they were to do it again, they were coming to Atlanta from another city. Their strategy is they'd be outside of every studio handing out beats, or they'd be booking sessions in studios. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I ain't gonna lie to you. There's nothing wrong with that, but it is when you come down to here, cause think about it, like, shoot. People like now, when it come down to people walking up to you, you don't know what the hell they're gonna do. You don't know, they probably got a gun on you or somewhere.
True.
Shoot. I mean, like, shoot. They try to goddamn pull out the little CD that's out their pants.
Bro, I was just trying to give you my beat tape.
And plus,
I just want to get heard. And it's like, no, that's not gonna work. And it's like, oh man, I just shot somebody and I thought it was a gun. But
then I think it's like hard too, because like we've been in sessions at Loudhouse where we've been in the A room. And, like Gunna or, somebody Pablo's in the other room. It's not like we can just go, like, just because we booked a session, we can't just go knock on the door and be like, yo, Pablo?
Right.
I got beats.
Right. You can't do that because, like I said, at the end of the day, you kind of disrespecting somebody else's space. Like, at that time, that'd probably be them, doing their work and everything. But what I started learning and starting seeing other producers do, like, when it come down to, like, Metro Boomin and a couple other producers like that, what they do is they'll actually they'll get their own studio space. Like, either you can get your own studio space, or you're gonna buy your own studio time. Me, I'm going ahead and gonna buy my own studio time, because when it come down to like whoever artist I want to bring up there, the record is gonna be, it's gonna be me, whoever the artist is. But like, think about it, when it come down to the control of the record, the producer gonna have the control of the record. That's just off the,
Now, what do you mean, buy a studio or buy the studio space? You mean like if I'm gonna go to Loudhouse, and I'm trying to run into somebody, I'm gonna book my own session. So even if I do run into somebody, they can come into my session.
That's because you gotta think about it. Dude. A lot of times that could probably happen. Like, even though it's kind of like, it is kind of weird, it's vice versa. But you just gotta think about it. Like, okay, and this is like a perfect example. Like, I was in the D room one day. And Thug ended up like walking to the bathroom somewhere, and then he was about to walk back into the room. He actually heard the beat I was making. Came up in the room, saw what I was doing, see what I was, who am I? Just trying to put A and B together. Mm-hmm. And then the only thing he said was, pull that beat up. I mean,
that's how is that the slime language placement you got?
Oh, no, that's not the slime language placement. That's actually
the one that got leaked.
No, that's not even the one that got leaked. It's the song it's in progress. It's just in the archives as it is.
Got you.
But overall, I would prefer people to go ahead and like be able to go ahead and buy your own sessions, because like I say, you never know who's gonna pop up at the studio, who's gonna walk in on you. You up in there just making beats. Cool. Just be able to grasp something from it. Cause like at the end of the day, you ain't gonna just go to the studio, just, make beats, call it a day, and just go home. It's gonna be something there that it's gonna be like a little blessing there for you. You never know who it's gonna be.
How long sessions you normally book? 2, 3, 4 hours?
Probably like normal 3-4 hour sessions. Get some beats together.
Would you go at nighttime, during the daytime? Like what time? Because you want to go when it's prime time.
I used to be a night owl. I used to be like a real night owl. I used to be like doing like little sessions like 8 o'clock at night all the way to 8 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. Probably past that. Probably go up to 2 days, 3 days.
And that's probably your best chance of running into artists.
But that's the best time to, cause like at the end of the day, cause like first, hell yeah, they gonna look at you and be like, damn man, you burnt. But at the end of the day, they'll know for sure that you working. Mm-hmm. That's all that matters. If they know for sure that you working, you good. Like they gonna support anybody that actually like who put in the effort.
What you mean they gonna look at you like you burnt?
I mean, bro, like, your breast you look like okay, now burnt. Like pressing your eyes. Goddamn. Oh yeah, you sleeping in the studio. Oh yeah.
Just got that look.
You look like you falling asleep while you're making the beat. Wake up, you still making the beat, then you probably fall back to sleep.
But that's respectable though.
Yeah, that's
like you said, you're there putting in the work.
I mean, that's a respectful thing, but
if you've been there 8 to 8, you know what I mean? Like,
like you work. It's respectful that thing, but at the end of the day, for sure. Like me, myself, and I know when I'm burnt. It's been a million times. It's a million times I be feeling like I'm burnt, but at the end of the day, like a lot of people, like if you're gonna be burnt, at least goddamn
Be burnt in the right place.
Bam, there you go.
Now I got a question too. So this is not just especially if you're someone that has work a regular job. This is not just an easy investment. It's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna drop $300 tonight to go book a session at Loud.
Oh.
Like in these sessions where the big artists are, you know, what I mean, they're expensive studios. How do you find the balance? Like, do you book a session with 10 producers and y'all chip in 20? Like, how do you do it?
I mean,
hey bro, your
like
15 minutes up.
I mean, mostly half the time, it mostly was just like it mostly dealing with like, you know, put ins. I mean, it'd probably be like one time I probably just pay the session myself, and I probably just call Gino, come from Mobile all the way up here, just just collaborate, just do some collaborations and stuff. And it just kind of like the reason why that, because I mean, I probably say like working with studios, you know, when you're trying to like do beats and stuff, you're trying to at least try to get the best sound. So when it come down to like people chipping in on studios and everything else, try to find yourself a good studio, it actually be suitable for your sound. Cause same sound you probably get at one studio ain't gonna be the same. It ain't gonna be the same sound for the other one.
Now I had a question. When you said Thug walked in, right, and it was like, yo, pull up that beat. What did that process look like? Were you like, okay, I'm pull up the MP3? Did you pull up Pro Tools? What did you do? Give him a wave?
For real, he already had his engineer.
Okay.
Only thing I did was just kind of just put it on the jump drive and just gave it to his engineer.
Okay. And then what'd you do after that? Were you like, hey, yo, Thug?
From there, it was just
like,
from there on out. It was kind of like
just understood.
A question mark. What's next? I never found out. I never like find out whatever happened. It's kind of like shit just come unexpected. So
now talk about like when some producers might have been like, hey, Thug, that beat ain't free. Like, what was your process like? Was you like, nigga, that's Thug? Like, or...
I mean, it's kind of, when it comes down to that, it's kind of like a gamble. It's like,
I'll roll the dice on this one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll the dice with this one. Like, it's like in this case, because it's Thug, hell yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just probably like go ahead and let him do whatever he got to do with the beat. But then on top of that too, in my head, I'm just like, okay, it gotta be some business behind it. So at the end of the day, everything's gonna get cleared and understanding. Like, whenever everything's.
But how do you know Thug? Like, Thug may not come in, may not know who you are.
I mean, true.
How is the business gonna get handled? Are you worried that like, oh, I gotta make sure I go register this just in case, or if I hear it, like,
true. At the end of the day, I will say, go ahead and get it registered.
But
like, you can't register till after the song drops, right?
I mean, you can't. I mean, mostly half the time, like, you got certain producers who actually just register the beat as what it is. And like, and whenever
as its own composition.
Yeah, when like say whatever, or whoever has that same beat, and whenever the beat is heard, like say you're still getting paid off it. It's like something like, it's just like when it come down to DJs, you got certain DJs who produce also. And like when it come down to them, when they be like doing like big events and big music festivals and everything, and they only just playing just they beat, they getting paid off of that just because it's just the instrumental itself. So it's kind of like the same. It's kind of like when it's the same thing. So vice versa. If I go ahead and just register the beat right now as what it is, when it come down to their end, they'll know who the beat is, but they don't know who they need to come to and everything. So try to.
Did you do that with this Thug situation?
No, when most Thug situations, I already knew.
Just kind of just.
I kind of knew the people behind it.
Okay.
So like one of the people who actually helped me with some of the situations, the guy go by the name of Geoff. Geoff, he kind of helped me out with a lot of situations involved with YSL.
Got you.
Yeah. So good people.
Now, if you land a placement with an artist signed to attached to a major label, right? Say you just emailed them the beat, right? Are they and then say you never in contact until that album is about to come out, right? Are they gonna 100% contact you before they release it, or is there a chance that they might just put it out without talking to you?
I mean, so far, I'll put it like this. So far, when it come down to me, I've been like directed, like being contacted directly.
That's good.
It doesn't matter if it's email, if it's phone number, because when it came down to beats I sent out, what I'd be naming my beats is what actually be helping them out. Like sometimes I'll probably I put the name of the beat, I put the beat beat per minute on there, and I let them know who is the producer of the track.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes down,
So you mean in the email?
No, not on the actual email, on the actual track itself. Like, say for instance, you bouncing the MP3.
So it's got a long ass name on it.
Yeah, it's gonna have a long ass name on it. But at the end of the day,
easy.
Everything's gonna be there. Okay. Shoot, it's another producer who be doing it. Tasha Couture. Tasha Couture. When it come down to her, when she be sending her beats out, everything is on that beat. The beat per minute on there. The tempo is on there. And her number is on there just in case if, when y'all ready to cut it, y'all ready to cut the check and everything, that's the number. That's right smart.
There. I never even thought about that.
And so it's just little,
makes it more convenient.
It's like a little more convenient and everything. You be able to either contact the producer on the beat and everything. That's kind of like one of the problems that we kind of have now, because it gets to the point that when it come out to us producers, we be trying to at least try to do everything in works. Like we want to feel like we empowered. We be
hey, able to put my name on it.
I know I can do this business and everything. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not the type. I don't like the business game. But at the end of the day, because of what I do, I have to play it. I mean, so when it comes down to me, I probably say, I'll get somebody trustworthy that I can use to be able to put the information in for me and everything. So we be able to get paid as a team.
Cool.
And when it does come time and the label reaches out to you or whoever reaches out to you, are they automatically talking to Upfront Bag, or is that something you got to bring up?
Most of the time they it's like it's going to give an advance. Yeah. Just something. The simple fact is, because you willing to go ahead and give them the beat, let them do whatever the hell they had to do before you even get paid of it. Like, why not go ahead and give them an advance?
All right, but I'm saying, are they bringing it up, or do you?
Oh no, and that's shoot. It's already already brought up.
They already got a number and everything.
Mm-hmm. But
that advance also has to still be recouped though from yourself.
Like I say, it still can be recouped. But then on top of that too, you can still be able to renegotiate the contract and everything.
But even if the song flops, it's not like you have to pay it back. You just get your advance and that's it.
No, that's it. That is it from there. Once y'all actually come up with an agreement, that just is what it is. Yeah. That's signed, sealed, delivered from there.
You label hey bro, that song didn't do. I'm gonna need that 30 back.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey man,
it's just you won't get any additional money, pretty much, right?
Man, I remember I had that happen one time, but this thing, it wasn't no label. It wasn't. It just was just a regular artist.
And they hit you back I need that back.
The crazy thing about we did the song. Once. This was when I lived back in Mobile. We did the song probably around some 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning type thing. We yo, this sound like a hard ass song. And then he was like, yo, the next day he gonna go to the strip club with it. Went to the strip club with it. I'm still in the session. I'm recording somebody else the next day, mixing and everything else. I get the call from him. He tell me, yo, you still got that session? I say, yeah, I still got the session. He said, all right, man, I need that session, but I ain't gonna lie to you, we probably gonna have to choose another beat. I'm like, what you mean? He said, bro, cause man, for some reason, man, I'm just not feeling it. I'm like, what you mean you're not feeling it? What I'm saying is I just want to see if I could be able to get another beat or be able to get some money back.
You're not gonna go buy a car and a week later be like, hey, bro.
But I never ever look from that day forward. That just let me know, bro, that this music game is crazy, bro. Or everything is it just be a lot of crazy stuff be happening. And I mean, I'm asking myself the whole time, would I actually give somebody their money back after they
we got a 30-day refund policy over here.
You can look at the contract and say, oh yeah, we got 30 days before you got that. I can give you back your money and everything else. If this record does not go according to plan.
It doesn't have 500,000 streams on Spotify. You get
if you money back guaranteed. If you don't reach the criteria, we're gonna give you your money back. No,
that's just man, if you're trying to continue business, why would you even try somebody like that or come at somebody like that?
Just take your
automatically
just
someone comes at me like that.
I mean, trying to treat me
that's
like
gonna
Walmart.
always be in the back of my mind that happens.
They trying to treat you like Walmart and Kmart and everything.
Yeah.
They think that, you know.
Like, come on, bro. We was just in the studio vibing and shit. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
That's some
man.
fuck shit.
I mean, it's just like, I'm like, cause the crazy thing about it, cause I had to tell them the same way. So it's like, you know, I was like, cause you know, the person that I was working with, he was like working at like, you know, one of them shoe stores, but it's like one of them, not like one of the main shoe stores, but one of them. Oh yeah, you could go to that store, and I know for sure you'll get some shoes. They're them type of stores. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of them in Alabama. But I went, I had told him, I said, yo, man, so you remember the shoes I had got from you the other day? He was like, yeah, man. Well, see, like the feet up, see, like the goddamn the crease of me, it didn't feel right on me. So I want to see if I'll be able to bring them back. Even though I paid them 3 months ago.
I bought them 3 months ago. I wore them the whole 3 months.
I wasn't getting enough compliments, bro.
Yeah,
like
it just
nobody
wasn't
really was
working out.
fucking with them. I pick a different pair. Like hell no.
Yeah, but I was just trying to tell him that, you know, just get like, just kind of like, you know, perfect example of what I meant by yo.
So when he said this, like, what was your reaction? Were you mad? Be like, bro, don't try me, or were you like, hey man, look, I understand what you're going through. I blah, blah. Like, how were you speaking with him?
I ain't gonna lie to you, because at this time I did not know business. I didn't know how. Okay, like I ain't knew business is business at that time.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, it was just like when it came down to music, I was just more just wanting to work.
Mm-hmm.
So once he told me that, I kind of laughed my ass off for real.
Mm-hmm.
And he heard me laughing on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And
but that's still business, and that lets him know, like,
yeah, but
That's
it got
not-
to the point that goddamn it got to the point that he wanted to try to fight me and everything.
oh,
So
okay, yeah.
when you laughing at somebody on the phone, you just like, you know, they just think that everything that you just think, oh yeah, you think I'm bullshitting or something, huh? You think I'm like one of them little dogs you be playing at school and stuff. Nah, it just at the end of the day, I just didn't know nothing about the business. That's it. So,
Sam knows something about that.
Yeah.
Sam crack it up.
yeah, I'm about to say I guess he wasn't like the funny type for real, because you know I'm the type. It doesn't matter what it was just funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
But to him, you know, he was just like, nah, man, I just need that money, or one way or another. And he actually did. He almost got the money one way or another, but at the end of the day, we just had to talk it out. At the end of the day, you know, the better communication.
How did the Drip Harder placement come about?
Drip Harder placement came about. Well, first thing first, shout out to Turbo, because you know, for him, you know, is executive producing the project. He called me one regular day. We was just, he was at the studio with Gunna and everything else. Mostly half the time, sometimes, you know, we producers kind of like look out for each other when it comes down to like certain situations. Like, say for instance, I probably don't feel like engineering. I'm gonna call one of my people to see if, you know, if they'll be able to come engineer. It was just one of them nights, you know, burnt out nights. We end up calling me. I went up there to the studio, you know, to go record Gunna. And I pulled up one of the beats. And the crazy thing about it, it was one before this session. Except for that, all this was done the day of the session. That's crazy. Probably a couple hours before then, me and June James, me and him was working with this musician go by name of Sheldon. He helped out with the placement also. We was all at the studio. We all were just working on this beat, and I got the call from Turbo probably like a couple hours after the session, and he was telling me to push up. So I went over there and pushed up on Gunna, recorded him on a few songs. It was a record that me and Gunna ain't finished, and we done had finished up that night. And then on top of that too, we had some more records in play. And then around this time, I was still working with Baby. So like I was going back and forth from where Baby was at and then where Gunna was at, just trying to fit my way in.
Yeah.
So like it was one day, it was after they said there was that the Drip Harder project was done, but it wasn't even done yet because we had to go to New York and had to turn in the project stuff. So before we went to New York, Baby had played the record, and I was like, that sounds like my beat. And I'm like, the whole time I ain't say nothing. Now the thing about this, Baby don't even know that I even made this beat. I ain't let him know I made the beat until after that it dropped. Because at this time, At the time, I had another beat tag going on at the time. It was like the Mattazik been booming off rip, but I felt like, and a lot of people felt like it was a long ass tag. It felt like like somebody's about to rap on it and everything else. But like it's dope for me because I just like just what it is. But I went on ahead and I had to dim it down to Matt What Up, and that was kind of like catching more than like any of the other tags I had in rotation at the time. So once that song actually dropped and Turbo let me know that that song made it to the tape, I was just kind of like, oh yeah, we about to, hey. It was kind of like a new beginning for real. I was just like hoping for the best. Like, yo, I need to try to get some more in with them and everything else. So just from there, it was just kind of like, yo, we got everything together. We had a little business confusion in between, but at the end of the day, we were just happy enough to get the project out, go ahead and just have everybody listen to it and everything.
Why did you choose not to say anything when he was playing it for you?
Can we pause real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we pause real quick? All right. What up, baby?
Hey, you at, man?
Shit, over here in Buckhead, I'm about to head. Oh, you need me to head towards your way? All right. And that's normally the conversation right there. That's all you get. You let me know, goddamn, I'm going to the studio, and I'm gone. But I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna wrap this up in a minute anyway. But yeah, that's kind of like it when it came out to that project. We just Turbo went on ahead and executive produced the project, let them know what tracks to put together, and just like on the strength of just me and him bond, we just went on ahead and just said, yo, let's put Underdogs on the project. So shout out to Turbo for that.
So really, it kind of seems like engineering has kind of been your platform to help get you placements.
Yeah, surprisingly, before anything, I just wanted to be a producer. Yeah. That's all I want. That's all I want to do. But over the time, while I was just engineering, I started engineering more, and I started engineering more, and I felt like, I felt like I was burning myself out because like I wanted to do more. I wanted to do more making beats than just engineer. But somebody was telling me, bro, you could be doing that, but it could come hand to hand. Like a lot of people was I forgot who I was talking to about this, but he was telling me, man, you blessed to goddamn become an engineer. You blessed to become an engineer because a lot of producers who want to get beats out there and everything else, but just can't engineer. Like most of the time when it comes down to artists want somebody who could engineer and produce. Because on the simple fact, they just want everything be done right then and there on the spot. Doesn't matter. Like when they come in the studio, by the time they leave the session, they should be able to have that song with them when they leave the session. So,
ooh. Shoot, man, I know you got to get up out of here. We're gonna wrap it up shortly, but one of the last questions I got for you is: would you be happy as to be like a world famous engineer, Grammy winning platinum engineer without having any production placements, or you really truly feel like you really need those placements to be? I don't know. I want to say happy, but you know what I'm saying.
Would you rather be like a well-known producer or a well-known engineer? Yeah.
Okay. Damn, that's good. Cause like to be honest for real, anything that's involved with famous in, I really don't want to be that. Cause at the end of the day, cause like
how about well respected then?
Okay.
And well paid.
And well paid.
See, there could be two different things too. Cause look, you can be very respected but not get paid, and you can get paid well but not be respected.
Right.
So it's like when it come down to me, I rather want to just be like, I rather want to be like at least a well-paid engineer, but I want to be a respected producer.
So a little bit of both.
So kind of like a little bit of both.
Ooh. We got one final question. Who do you think will win in a fight, a Grizzly Bear or a Sliverback Gorilla?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was saying the same damn thing. I said the same damn boy. Look at that Sliverback Gorilla, boy.
You think a Silverback's gonna beat a Grizzly Bear?
Man, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something about a Grizzly Bear. Grizzly Bear ain't gonna do shit but stand on goddamn 4 legs. Goddamn, when it come down to that.
He got paws and claws.
Okay, and what?
He got claws.
Okay, what that's supposed to mean?
He's bigger than a Silverback, and he got claws.
But do you heard a Silverback Gorilla?
Saying, bro.
That nigga about to go monkey, bro. He about to go monkey.
I'm telling you, man. He gonna put my money on the bear.
He's gonna choke the bear and everything. I'm telling you. I mean, like, so hold on. So who you say the bell? Silverback?
A silverback is only 8 feet.
What about this? Go ahead.
Silverback is only 8 feet at most. Mostly weigh probably about 800 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
A polar bear is over 10 feet tall, 1,500 pounds, can run 35 miles an hour. A gorilla can only run about 20 miles an hour.
Right.
And he got claws.
Right.
And he got teeth.
Right.
And this man live in the middle of nowhere killing seals.
Right.
And gorillas are vegan.
Right.
Grizzly bears are carnivores, so they're used to getting prey.
Right.
Is a gorilla really
They taking out caribou.
Right.
I ain't never seen a gorilla take out no caribou.
Right. But look, it's just like okay, let me tell you something about Alabama. This is what literally gets the okay. This how we gonna go with our answer with Sliverback Gorilla.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect example. Who's gonna win between Alabama and Auburn? Who's gonna win out of Alabama and Auburn?
Alabama.
That's all we worried about. Other than that, we just want to goddamn. We gonna go with our single answer as in Sliverback Gorilla.
I'm completely lost on that, but I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm just gonna say okay.
So say it doesn't matter. Look, nothing else doesn't matter.
Oh, you talking about football, right?
Yes, we're talking about Roll Tide or goddamn Auburn.
Yeah.
Everything else, it doesn't matter.
I have no idea.
The Grizzly Bear could probably win over a Grizzly Bear could probably win over a
Silverback, but you're just gonna say Silverback.
Thank you.
Okay, I respect that. I respect that.
Shit, bro, we appreciate you pulling up, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all too, man.
Of course.
Already, bro.
Appreciate you too, bro.
Another episode in the books, man.
Yes, sir.
Hit the subscribe.
Peace.